Hello, everyone, and welcome back.
Welcome back to Two Alcoholics and a Microphone.
It's nice to be back in the studio today. So far, we've shot a few takes, and we've come up with the topic of fear. And how this transpired is we were going to come to a meeting at 9 o'clock, and we were a little bit late getting here, and we were a little bit afraid to walk in late to a meeting because it's
Bad manners.
it's bad manners, and you don't really understand thoroughly the topic or the person that brought it up or the reading. This was a reading today.
However, if you're struggling and you need to get to a meeting, don't worry about any of that. We're just being silly because we've been doing this too long.
Not long enough. No days off.
No days off. You're
So-
the one who made us go in and interrupt that poor person.
I know. I know. Hope they'll forgive me. So the topic was fear and how people deal with it, and there were some really good shares. And I always think that if I'm able to stay in the moment, not project into the future or try and live in the past, that's a pretty good place to exist where fear doesn't exist. Now, it's not always possible to do every day.
No.
To center myself, good days, bad days. But that was along the lines of today, and that's what we'll be talking about.
It was confirmed for us by a really fun coincidence that because I carry around notebooks and I ripped out a page so neatly here so that I could jot some notes down for this particular podcast. And it just so happens that the Shakespeare quote that is on this page is, "Our doubts are traitors and make us lose the good we oft might win by fearing to attempt." From the play Measure for Measure, Act 1, Scene 4. So if there was anything up in the air about whether or not we were going to talk about fear today,
Nice.
we got our answer.
Yes.
Literally ripped it out of a book.
And fear prevents us from attempting a lot of new things in life. And life's ever evolving and changing, so I shouldn't be afraid to go with the flow.
No, and really the best thing, in my opinion, is to stay in the present moment. Do that.
That's background studio noise.
Fancy schmancy.
It's another podcast.
We'd tell you who it is, but they're celebrities, so
Celebrity podcast.
yeah. Because we're in a fancy studio where they don't provide paper.
They do have a fax machine, and it is hooked up.
You know what, though, in all seriousness, I'm not going to lie, I was really disappointed when I figured out that was the topic. But it was people talking about fear. Because, I don't know, I just always feel like talking about fear, not one person knows how to stand the solution about that, because it's something we all have to deal with. It's just negative and
Yeah, this is strange, and it's not a pun or a play, but I'm afraid of talking about fear in reality. So it's inherent. I'm a human being. There are healthy fears that keep me alive,
yes.
and everyone did kind of gravitate towards the negative, and living life is about being positive and spreading love and joy.
It is. And normally like a meeting topic, it's supposed to be a topic that we can all share our experience, strength, and hope to solve our common problem of alcoholism. Talking about spiders and whatever the heck that guy was talking about with the what was he talking about? I zoned out. Oh, I'm horrible. I'm a terrible person.
Well, that's not true at all. So, fear of the unknown is prevents us from, it leads to procrastination, and it prevents us from being, who we truly are and taking risk and adventures. Is that appropriate? Risk and adventures?
I don't know.
Boy, I hope
I
can
jumped
edit
out of
that
an
area.
airplane. So, what do I know?
So, yeah. So, okay. So if I have a fearful mindset, then, something may seem like too much of a risk or too much of an adventure. So it kind of leads to,
Second guessing yourself until you just don't even try? Or harming yourself? Never mind.
completely run out of things to say. Once again, it's a terrible topic to talk about.
It
fear.
is. It really is. That's why I think that
Let's
we've
just
tried.
scrap this. Wait a second.
We've
Go
just
ahead.
tried 15 different takes, and it's because fear is a crappy topic.
Fear, yeah. It's if I'm wound up in the moment and fearful, I mean, it's hard to say, let's do this and do that, control. I mean, everybody has fear. A rapid brake stop at an accident, I mean, that's going to have a...
Well, okay, let's look. Okay, so let's look to the steps. Where do we see the word fear? Step 4 would be to searching in fearless moral inventory of ourselves. And that's pretty much it. It's scary to do that, though. I think quitting drinking was the thing I was the most afraid of ever in my entire life. I was so very scared that I couldn't do it.
Well, after that long pause, I was afraid of. So I knew I had a problem, and it wasn't everyone telling me that I had a problem. It's that I was afraid to go and seek the help that I needed, and then once I figured out where I needed to go. I then didn't really want to be there, and I was fearful
Who does?
that it actually might work. Like I might be able to stop drinking, which is crazy sounding, but that's the way I remember it. I was terminally unique in my mindset. I thought I was the only one that had these experiences, and I've come to find out none of that was true. So, not saying that I've overcome fear by any means, but I'm not as fearful, and I'm definitely more courageous.
Absolutely. And if you find yourself thinking that, well, I'm different than everybody else, I'm unique, it's going to be different for me. It's not. We're all the same here. And that's a good thing, because even with a topic like fear, you end up hearing something inspirational, like that one chick, that super pretty one that spoke right at the end about
Oh yeah.
Genesis chapter 9, verse 13 through 17, where God talks about the rainbow. And she said that was her way to find her way out of fear.
Yeah, she was sitting
It
right
was
next
me.
to me. I know. Okay. Well, enough about fear. And if you think you may have a problem,
Reach out for help,
and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button.
but most importantly, share this with someone who you think might be struggling. Bye, y'all.
Bye.